Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my November book haul, less than 20 books. Yes, who am I and what have you done with Emily? Because you can tell I have left my voluntary job because I have bought a hell of a lot less books this month, and this includes the Bath and Bristol trip. So I'll obviously be linking Ben and Katie's channels down below. I will link a couple of other booktubers down below that have inspired some of these books, because obviously part of the fun of bookshop is, yes, I could have included it when I talked about the thingy, but I like doing my book haul, and seeing as over half of the books that I got this month were done in Bath and Bristol, I wanted to show it as part of this. So obviously I will show you the books I was gifted first. And because I've only bought 14 books, and 8 of those were bought when we were away, and I got 3 gifted. So I am very, very happy with my book buying, considering I've read a lot less which you would have seen from the stats, which I don't even know yet because I'm filming this on the 26th. Yeah, I'm filming this on the 26th. So I don't exactly know how many books I would have read, but I know I've read a lot less books this month because just headspace and being a manic month. And I don't know what's going to happen in December, because I know December's another very busy month. So I'll be reading less, so I'm going to be buying less. Anyway, I'm going to have a bit more time to talk about the books, and here it goes. So the first one is a book that I was gifted, Ad PR Product by Tandem, More Than Nothing by Sophie Hamilton. I'm not going to say any more than this. My review is on Instagram under Novel Novels. Brilliant, brilliant book. One I definitely recommend to everyone. I thoroughly love it, and the author is brilliant, and I'm going to be buying all of her other books because apparently this is the start of a series. Debut author, grateful for Tandem to do this. Thank you. Then I was gifted, when we went to Bath and Bristol, we did a bit of a book swap, and Ange Mandy's book chatter had promised me this book a while ago. Joking, I know what the girls are like. She's been busy, and I'm so grateful that she gave me this. What You Are Looking For is in the library by Michikana. I can never say these Japanese names, but I know this book has been raved about all over BookTube, and a lot of people have said they love it. It's got the word library. It's got a cat on the cover. What more do I want? Here we go, a little bit look at it. And so asked Tokyo's most enigmatic librarian, for Sayuri Komaguchi is able to sense exactly what each visitor to her library is searching for and provide them with a book recommendation that will help them find it. A restless retail assistant looks to gain new skills. A mother tries to overcome demotion at work after maternity leave. A conscientious accountant yearns to open an antique store, and a recently retired salaryman searches for a newfound purpose. They will all find the books that will help them, and it's just brilliant, brilliant book. I'm really, really looking forward to this. I don't quite know where I'm going to put it. So it's one of my ones that I'm just trying to decide. I don't quite know what genre that is, so. And then Danny, as part of the big book swap that we did in our group, Danny from Danny's Book World gave me Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. It's a beautiful, beautiful sprayed edges. I absolutely love Emily Henry's books, and I've got them all. So this is the first one I got in hardback because Danny very kindly donated that. When Margaret Ives, the famously reclusive heiress, invites Alice to a balmy little Crescent Island, Alice knows that this is her big break. The catch: Pulitzer-winning prize human thundercloud Hayden is in search of the same thing. The proposal: a trial period to unearth the truth behind one of the most scandalous families of the 20th century. After which, Margaret will choose who will tell her story. The problem: Margaret is only giving each of them a tantalising pieces, so they can't put it together because it's of an ironclad NDA and an inconveniently yearning pulsing between them every time they enter the room. This is a beautiful, beautiful copy. I'm very grateful for Danny for this, and I cannot wait to read it. Emily Henry is one of my favourite contemporary authors, so very, very much looking forward to that. So those are the gifted. Let's show you the books I bought. Now first, I'm going to tell you which ones are charity shop, which ones are the ones I bought, and I'm going to do the last 8 are going to be the Bath and Bristol ones, and I'll even be able to tell you where I bought them from. So, because I've got a good memory like that. So the first one is a charity shop one I bought from the charity shop near me, Thames Hospice, and it's still got its price tag on, which is not like me. You can tell I've not been with it. It is a Rebecca Yarros, and it's a contemporary. I think it looks like it's one of her earlier books. Oh my god, this is going to annoy me, so I think I'm actually going to I don't like leaving price labels on them. And I can't, because I've got a thing about that. I do not like price labels on books. But it's a Rebecca Yarros, Things We Left Unfinished. There you go. Purple, very pretty book. I've obviously read The Fourth Wing by her, and I've read her fantasy, so I'm intrigued to see what a romance is like, of hers is like. And I thought this for £1 at the charity shop, so I thought I'd definitely get it. Right, so it's a romance. It's, here we go. From when Georgia Stanton discovers her late grandmother Scarlett, the infamous romance author, didn't get the chance to finish her last book, she's determined to share her story. But first it needs to be written. Enter Noah Harrison, the best-selling romance author of his generation. When Georgia meets him, she's distraught. Although he is charming and handsome, there is nothing beneath the surface. But as they start to work together, Georgia begins to see that there are more than to Noah than meets the eye. Romance, Rebecca Yarros. Can't wait to give that a go. Then to a book that I got from another charity shop near me. I got The Book of Belongings by Sally Page. I did like The Keeper of Stories, but I didn't love it. So I thought I would try this as a charity shop purchase and see what it is. And it is very pretty. I think this is one I'm probably going to save for spring because of the colours. Her new chapter starts now. Jo Sorsby is hiding from the past when she agrees to run her uncle's beloved stationery shop. Glimpsing into the lives of customers between the warm wooden shelves as they scribble notes and browse colourful notebooks distracts her from her bruised heart. When she meets Ruth, a vicar running from a secret, and Malcolm, a septuagenarian, still finding himself, she suddenly realises she's not alone. That does sound really good. And then to a book that I bought yesterday. It's I decided that where I hadn't bought very many, I thought I'd treat myself. Excuse me. Itchy nose. So, those of you that know me, that have been to my channel, I know I've got a lot of new subscribers recently, which I'm very excited about. Thank you very much. But obviously, the age I'm at now, I'm a perimenopausal, grumpy, horrible person that I am at the moment. So I get the age of this person. Penny Baker is winning at life, sort of. Her work is demanding, her kids are demanding, and her husband seems to be undergoing some weird midlife crisis. But she's juggling it all with the added delights of the menopause. Flipping sucky. But when the charity shop she worked for is thrown into crisis and her mother's dementia advances, the strain starts to show. Can she navigate it all and still somehow keep a smile on her flushed face? So this looks really good. It looks like lead protagonist, a similar age to myself. I'm lucky my mum doesn't have dementia, but I remember going through that with my nan. And kids are very demanding, even though their age that they are now. Chris doesn't seem to be doing too badly, but get the whole juggling life and everything. And it's a pink book, so this looks really cool. That's 4 contemporary so far. What's happening with me? I went through a bit. And then we got, so the ones I got, this is the one I got from the works, because I just wanted to treat myself to a book. And this looks like a bit of a magical realism. Again, I got this yesterday. Magical realism in kind of historically fiction. Not quite looked up what genre this is, so I need to check this out before I put it away. It's set in Dorset, 1923, when Pearl Glenham and her family are invited to a mysterious country house party on the Dorset coast by a total stranger. Her father claims not to have any prior association with Highcliffe House. When they arrive, it's clear that he has shared history with several of its glamorous guests. Intimidated by everyone at the party, Pearl escapes to a nearby cove and stumbles across a mysterious mercury clock hidden in the rocks. This strange event sets in motion a chain of reaction that ends with Highcliffe House in flames, claiming its lives of all the guests, including Pearl herself. Then Pearl wakes up again in the cave and soon realises she can live the day again and again. If she gets things right just once, she could save everyone. But can she repeat the day, and can she change its outcome? Looks very good. Really looking forward to this. This is one I don't quite know where I'm putting it, so I've got a little pile of don't quite know. Now to some fantasies. First one, it was my treat from Amazon because I thought I deserved it. And this is Road Trip with a Vampire. I saw a pretty edition of this at the works and I stupidly didn't get it. And then every time I'd gone back to the works to try and get it, they didn't have it. So I decided to go for this edition of it. I loved the first book in this series and I am really, really excited. But this is the third, so I'm looking at the back, but I don't want to know too much. I don't think this says anything about the first 2 books, so it should be all right. 2 souls, one unforgettable journey, a love story that is good to the last drop. So you get the whole vampire thing. Zelda Watson is finally living her best life, far from the magical, chaotic past. When Peter Elliot, a devastatingly handsome vampire with memory loss, shows up, her cosy world is thrown upside down, especially since he's got that brooding look she's a total sucker for. Oh, God. Peter is determined to unlock his forgotten memories, but the key lies thousands of miles away in Indiana. Zelda is the only one who can get him there, which means one thing, a cross-country road trip. Good. I'm really, really excited about that. And then to another work street. I've been going to works a bit at the moment. I'm not that I'm here to promote them or anything, but my surrogate niece, who I've known virtually all her life, and I call her my surrogate niece, works there, and I love going into the team. The team at the works in Bracknell was brilliant. They're really, really friendly. So if you're from around here, go to that works because they're really friendly girls. And I decided to get the second Impossible Creatures book because I got the first one in hardback in a charity shop, and I wanted the second one in hardback, even though I've not started it yet. And this is Impossible Creatures, The Poison King by Catherine Randell. It's got the very pretty end pages. Look at that. Look how pretty it is. Look how pretty it is. I need to read Impossible Creatures. I'm going to read that next year. I'm going to start this series. I don't really want to read too much of this because I don't want to give spoilers. But when Christopher Forrester is unexpectedly woken by a miniature dragon chewing on his face, his heart leaps for joy. For months he dreamt of returning to the archipelago, the secret islands where the creatures of myth still live. But he didn't know that it would involve a rescue mission on the back of a sphinx or a plan to enter a dragon's lair. Nor did he imagine that it would involve a girl with a flock of birds at her side, a newly hatched chick in her pocket, and a ravenous hunger for revenge. This looks really good. And there's pictures of mythical creatures at the back, which makes me very, very excited. Love Catherine Randell's books. Just what I needed. So those are the books that I bought pre-Bath and Bristol. Now to the Bath and Bristol books. And I'll tell you where I got each one from because I think I remember them. I think I did very well, by the way. Gifted 2 books on the trip and I only bought 8. Although, like I said, the first day we went to Bath and Bristol, in Bath I only bought 2 books. And then we went to Bristol. And because I hadn't bought hardly any, I blame Ben for this. Ben, you're in trouble. You didn't tell me how good the bookshops in Bath were, in Bristol were. Because I thought I'd try and I didn't want to buy too much on the first day because I wanted to save some money for the second. And then I was like, I'm only going to buy 3. No, that didn't happen. Bristol was dangerous, and I'm blaming Ben for this. Right, so there's two of the first 2 actually. Actually, I'm going to show you them in the order that I got in which bookshop. So the first 3 I've got to show you are books I've got in the second-hand bookshop. I thought I remembered the name of it. It was a bookshop in Bristol that sells books that the publishers have got excess of them. So excess books that the shops don't want to, that would either be apparently scattered or whatever else. So it's just books where all the books are £5 and under. It's in Bristol and it's why do I not remember the name of it? If I remember, I will try and link it down below. But I got 3 books from there. 2 are classics. So the first one I blame Katie for, and this is The Well of Loneliness by Radcliffe Hall. And it is Wordsworth Classics, beautiful. They had, in that bookshop, they had so many classics in beautiful, beautiful editions. And it was really hard to not buy stacks of books there. I bought 3 in one bookshop, which is definitely excessive. But they weren't expensive. This is £4 or £5. It was amazing. And this is one of Katie's favourite books of the year, this year. And I remember Katie talking about it, The Well of Loneliness, and I think I've nearly bought it several times. But with this pretty edition, I had to get it. Stephen is an ideal child of an aristocratic parents, a fencer, a horse rider, a keen scholar. Stephen grows to be a war hero, a best-selling writer, and a loyal, protective lover. But Stephen is a woman, and her lovers are women. Her ambitions drive her, and as society combines her, Stephen is forced into desperate actions. Really been raved about by Katie, so I will read that soon. And then I love Wilkie Collins. This is saved for Victober next year. Again, I've got a more Wilkie Collins for next year, but this might not even go to Victober. This may go into November actually. And this is The Haunted Hotel by Words. And it's again another, I think this is a Wordsworth Classics edition. And it's The Haunted Hotel and Other Stories. And it is a clever combination of detective and ghost stories set in Venice, a city of grim waterways and dark shadows and death. The actions take place in an ancient palazzo converted into a modern hotel that houses ghostly secrets. So it's got that one, it's got The Dead Hand, it's got Mr. It's got a few short basically ghost stories. I don't normally do short stories, but I'm hoping I'll do it right this time. It's Wilkie Collins. It is a stunning edition. Cannot wait. So those two I know where they're going. And then this one, I wanted a fantasy. I wanted something a bit different. And then I saw this one. And it just looked really beautiful. So this is Olivia inspired because Olivia likes witchy books. And apparently though, it's got a sequel. It just looks like a witchy book. And I don't know why. The pinky bits of it just stuck out to me. Hassani's post-grade September summer job to-do list is pretty simple. Expand her makeup YouTube channel and figure out how to get her parents back together. What she doesn't expect is an emotional outburst will set a latent magical ability with her, or that her magic would attract the attention of actual witches, or that before she can say black girl magic, she'll be shipped off to a fancy finishing school. Les Belles Demoiselles is a literal charm school. Here, generations of young ladies from old money witches grow to learn to harness their magic, and the Illuminae grow to become something of the most powerful women across the industries, including politicians, philanthropists, CEOs, entrepreneurs, and social media influencers. This looks really good. So that's fantasy. There you go. The next one was we went to a art gallery. It was art gallery at the top, but there's a gallery with an independent bookshop around it. And again, there we go, Arno Video Bookshop and the narrow case, and it had, like I said, had the art bit, which Charlie loved the gallery. It was lovely to see Charlie having so much fun in the gallery. And then there's the independent bookshop within this, and I bought this one, which is Snowfall by Sophie Kirtley. So this one will get read probably January or February, and I really related to this. So Pip struggles to fit in at school, but at home he can truly be himself. Every winter, Pip waits for the snowfall when a flock of majestic Arctic swan returns home to nest. He knows every swan by their unique markings, and when Pip's favourite three swans don't appear, he sets out to investigate. His adventures lead him to the local legend about three siblings who mysteriously vanished years before. And when he finds strange footprints in the snow and hears quiet whispers on the wind, Pip finally realises that the ancient story is so much more than a fairy tale. This just looks amazing. So I actually can't tell what genre this is. But that looks really good. And then we went into this last bookshop, Stanyards in Bristol, and it was absolutely, when I say the service there was absolutely incredible. The lady there was so friendly. We all, like I said, in all the bookshops we went into in Bristol and Bath, a lot of the time the customer assistants were asking us who we all were and why there was a big group of us and things, and it was just brilliant. But it was the last bookshop, and again I've got two books. So the first one you're totally going to get what I've got. Look at this, by the way, they're Stampers bookmark. I've kept bookmarks when I could, and this is just, I really want to go back to Bristol. And this is the third in the Emily Wildness series, the Compendium of Lost Tales. It has been one I haven't read the first one, not read the second one, and now I've got the third. Typical me, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. I loved Emily Wildness' first book, so I'm not going to read too much of the back because I don't really want to give myself anything away. And if you haven't read the first book, don't wait for me to go to this book to go down. So basically, she's about to embark on her dangerous academic project, and the most dangerous academic project yet, studying the inner workings of the fairy realm and its queen, along with her former academic rival and now fiance. That is a spoiler. Her dashing mercurial, I'm not going to tell you his name actually, Emily is immediately thrust into the deadly intrigue as a fairy, and two of them will seize the throne of someone's such and such long lost kingdom. But yet there is time to settle in. Murderous stepmother has placed a deadly curse on the land before vanishing without a trace. It takes all of Emily's knowledge of stories to unravel the mystery before they lose everything they held dear. Really, really excited. I know where that's going. Then to the second book I bought there, I loved another book by this author, and this is Babylonia by Constance Cassani. This is inspired by Charlotte from Coney Reads, and I got a signed copy. Look, so it's in gold. How gorgeous is this? What's the other book by this author? My brain is not. It's set in ancient Greece. You know I love ancient Greek books. Babylonia, and this is a signed exclusive edition from April 2025. And I can't remember the other book by this author. But I don't need to. I love the look of it. Ancient Mesopotamia in 9th century BC, into the streets of the Eurasian capital steps Orthon Semiramis, new wife to the fierce warrior. There she meets King Ninus, who soon wants her for himself. Semiramis, I can never say these names, it will bow to no man, but who will stand in her way, a husband, a lover? In this world, kings fall while queens rise. Love it. This looks so beautiful with gold and green. So gorgeous. I'm counting that because it's Greek mythology. I'm counting that as my fantasy. Then to the two books we got in Bath. We went into a bookshop that I have been really it's close to my heart. It's Toppings Bookshop, and I remember Alice talking about Toppings and the other big bookshop we went to in there. It's got the Toppings little bookmark. I didn't look in all the rooms. I am going back to Bath next year because I didn't get to look in all the rooms. I get overwhelmed sometimes when it was big group bus, and I didn't get to look in all the rooms. I didn't look everywhere. But I saw this book and I couldn't decide what I was going to get. And then look at this beautiful, beautiful book. And it's The House Sapphire by Marissa Meyer. It's her latest book that's out. It's got the words of witches in it. What more do I want? Mallory Fontaine is a fraud. She's descended from witches and pretends to be one. Although her only magic is the ability to see ghosts. She can barely make a living. But Count Arnald Saphir will pay a fortune if she can rid him of his murderous ancestors' ghosts. Now that death has returned to the House Sapphire, and Mallory is almost certain the killer is mortal. To have any hopes of Armard's payment, she needs to solve the murder, banish the ghost, and keep passing as a witch. Really, really looking forward to that. And then, last but not least, a book I bought in the other bookshop that's very close to my heart, and this is Mr. B's Emporium of Reading Delights. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to be able to keep that in there because it's too big for my bookshelf. So, but me and Charlie from Charles Heathcote's mum got lost in Bath. We sort of separated off in the group because we got lost because we were walking slowly. So again, I didn't get very much time in Mr. B's Emporium, and I didn't get to go upstairs to the room that I wanted to. But I saw this book. It's Pink, Lady in Hating by Alexandra Basti. I got Charlotte from Coney Reads to buy this because it's totally a me and her book. Can two Gothic novelists trade rivalry for love? Celebrated author Lady Georgiana Cleeve has achieved fame and fortune. Unfortunately, she's also acquired an enemy, the enigmatic Lady Darling, whose spine-tingling plots appear to be pulled straight from Georgiana's own manuscripts. What a stubborn, steely writer will do. Unmask her rival, of course. But unmasking doesn't go to plan because Lady Darling is actually Cat Lacey, the butler's daughter, and the object of Georgiana's very secret, very embarrassing teenage infatuation. The plot thickens when the novelists find themselves trapped together in an eerie manner where they each plan that set the next book. In between ghostly moans and spectral staff, Cat and Georgiana's can become face to face with real danger, the scorching passion that's been haunting their rivalry for so long. This looks amazing and I'm really, really excited about it. So actually, those are the books. Now, according to this, I've got 4 contemporary, 6 fantasy, 2 classics, 1 historical fiction, and actually no, 5 classic, 5 contemporary, 6 fantasy, 2 classics, 1 historical fiction, and 3 that I can't necessarily decide which order they are. So that's pretty good for me, but I do need to get more historical fiction, guys. I am going to probably send a big video out next year about the fact that I need inspiration for my historical fiction. because I am really, really struggling with that genre. It used to be my favourite genre, and I am struggling to find books that I necessarily want to buy from it. So please help. I'm not surprised it's not taking this long to get that sneeze out. So, what books of these do you think I should prioritise? Which books of these are you excited about? What books have you been buying in November? Are you impressed that I only got 17 books? If you got to the, let me know all that in the comments down below. If you got to the end of this video, leave me, in honour of all the pink books and still the poll thing that me and pink books, leave me a pink emoji, pink heart. One of the pink heart emojis would be great if you got to the end of this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribed, bring on my ding-a-ling. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.